Hello, 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 and welcome, all right, to another session of Tarot Spills the Tea. This tarot reading uncovers Portia Williams' truth behind her decision to pull her family and friends in her personal shiznit, okay? And I am referring to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Portia's Family Matters. A messy trailer deserves a quick recap. Just in case you are new and have no clue who I am, allow me to introduce myself. I am Indigo Sage, an awakened soul. I do have a spiritually based website at unapologeticallysage.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I would like to let you guys know that today during this session, I am enjoying incense. This one is the moon, okay? This is out of that 5-pack that I've referred to. And for more information, you can click the link in the description box. And as always, let me just tell you guys, I don't get a kickback. I don't get a payment. I don't get a percentage. I am simply trying to spread love and light. You get 100 for, well, right now, it was $5.42, okay? The price does fluctuate. They are high quality. So this is just me giving you guys a little background on my process and what's going on when I do these readings. They are not a sponsor, so it's just a good deal, and I just like to share the information. All right, and I wrote a background, so to speak, on each of the senses. So go check it out. The link is in the description box. Here we are. We have arrived at this. What you are looking at on your screen, okay? What I decided I was going to do, I'm going to read the synopsis that Bravo TV has provided, and afterwards I am going to point out a couple of things, okay? So let's get started with that Bravo TV synopsis. So they begin with Portia Williams' family has opinions about her love life in the Portia's Family Matters trailer. Okay? And I'm going to try not to say okay after every sentence. All right, so this is the first look. You know Bravo does first looks. Excuse me, those are my allergies. Portia Williams is, quote, so ready to start this family retreat, end quote, and she's inviting you along for the journey. She's putting it all out there in the upcoming limited series, The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Portia's Family Matters, which premieres Sunday, November 28th at 9/8 Central on Bravo. The series will follow Portia and her family as she navigates life following her whirlwind romance and engagement to Simon Guobadia, with her family and fans getting to learn more about her future husband in the series. I paused on fans because I've read this twice already, and each time I thought that said friends. But it's interesting, it's interesting the synopsis says fans, because I honestly, in this reading, I felt like she was doing it for that purpose, more or less. Continuing, there are a lot of opinions on the matter from those closest to her, and so what better way to handle it all than by taking everyone to Mexico for yoga, meditation, energy clearing, serenity, drama, and tequila at a beautiful resort away from it all. In the series, fans will get to meet various members of the Williams family that have packed their bags for the trip as they try and navigate some major family drama during a retreat organized by Porsha's sister, Lauren Williams. The Getaways guest list also includes two important men in Porsha's life. Her ex-fiance and daughter, Pilar Jenna's father, Dennis McKinley, as well as her new fiance, Simon, of course. Quote, I have single-handedly pulled my family and friends into my personal shiznit, end quote, Porsha says in the trailer. Throughout the first look, Porsha's family reacts in many ways to news of her romance with Simon. And trust us, they have feelings about it, as you can see in the clip. So get ready to join Porsha and her family on their roller coaster ride of a vacation this November. Check out the full sneak peek for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Porsha's Family Matters on BravoTV.com and YouTube. And I'll leave the YouTube clip that's connected with them both. Bravo put it on YouTube, so in essence, it's the same. I'll leave that in the description box below. Now, let's get into this and point out a couple of important points I want to make. Look at Dennis's crusty, rusty ass. Okay, I don't appreciate it. I do not appreciate it. I do not appreciate it. I do not, let me say that again, appreciate it. Why is he there? And why is he saying things like, I say you still love me? Now, throughout this clip, it seems like he is trying to get Porsha back. And that is an element of drama that we didn't need. Trust me. And I'm just like y'all, I have not watched the show yet. So if I'm talking like I watched it, my bad. However, I don't feel like I have to watch it to know we did not need his dusty, crusty ass. Now, and I'm calling him dusty and crusty simply because throughout the clip, it seems like he's trying to get her back. Now, I don't know if it's real or fake because I haven't watched it yet. But it's an element, a layer of drama that's not needed. If this simply was to introduce Simon to your family, why in the F-U-K is Dennis there? He didn't have to be there. Okay, and that ain't all either. It ain't just Dennis. It ain't just Dennis. But let me continue. So then we have Lauren begging Porsha to come to meditation, which I do meditation and I love it and it does work. It is helpful and all of that. So, and I do get, I was a little triggered, okay? Because I do get some responses like this with Porsha saying, sitting quiet ain't gonna change this shit. Girl. Okay. Like I said, I had gotten triggered when I first saw that because I do get responses like that as well. And it's just irritating when you're trying to share something that has helped you tremendously in your life improve and a person shoots it down without trying it. It can be frustrating. Okay, so we're just gonna move past this ignorance. And of course, then we have Porsha saying that she single-handedly and pulled her family into her personal shiznits. So, and you did it for, reasons which we'll delve into. Why Lauren is in lingerie, I don't know. Lauren several times has her boobies out. So is she single? Because she acting single sometimes. And now, you know what? Spirit said I ought to be ashamed of myself for implying that single women do these things. Look, I'm not saying that all single women put their breast out. I'm a single woman myself. I don't walk around with my breast on display. Not saying that that's never happened, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying that. Anyway, moving on. So we have this woman here, which I was told is, because I knew whoever this was, I knew they were talking to Dennis. This is mama, y'all. Talking to Dennis, how are you engaged to a married man? Okay, girl. Oh boy, how did you get there? Why are you there? Is that any of your business? What's going on? What's going on here? Continuing. This is a scene where like there was some fussing and fighting and stuff, and I believe that's Lauren. Okay, it could be one of Portia's cousins. But I believe that's Lauren, and if it is, here's another titty picture or whatever. But this is like when some arguing was brewing and beginning, and you know, it's just some fussing about, just a bunch of fussing, okay? Family fussing. Voiceover with family fussing. Just a bunch of fussing of not agreeing with their engagement, not believing the engagement, not trusting the engagement. They don't know who Simon is, and all of that kind of commotion was happening at this time. And I feel like Lauren is thinking, why can't I just eat my food in peace? Okay? I remember one time, and I ain't going off on no tangent, y'all. Y'all be all right. It'll be time stamped. But I remember one time, there was an emergency going on with my mom. And, you know, I was there to take care. I mean, at the hospital, it was Cedars-Sinai. And every time, I was there 24 hours, okay? For like the first 3 or 4 days. You know, sleeping in the lobby. I mean, that's what you do when someone's life is hanging or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Anytime I went to eat, grab something to eat, somebody, a family member, followed me and sat there to talk about me, about some, you know, what ifs. You know, basically like, what if your mama died? This is what we gonna do. What if your mama died? This is what you should do. What if your mama died? You know, and I was just like, you know, and my friend was like, can she eat in peace? Like, anytime I walked out of the lobby to grab a bite to eat, whew, someone followed me and felt like that was the best time to have a very important conversation. Now, I don't know if this is, you know, someone feeling like this is the best time to have a very important conversation, but it just threw me back into that energy where it's like, sometimes you need to just leave people alone, because I'm looking at Lauren's face and it looked like she's just like, God dang, can't I just have a bite to eat without being inundated with this mess? So anyway, and of course their situation is not as dire as someone's life hanging in the balance, but let's move on. So we have Portia trying to explain that they don't have all the facts. You know, her family has strong opinions, but they don't have all the facts. And I strongly feel like she's talking to, well, obviously she's talking to, look at them idiots, titties, them big old idiots. What do they say, tick old bitties? Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all, I just noticed it. But I don't be looking at people's chests when I be putting my photos together. So when I'm actually in it, that's when I'm actually like looking, and them tick old bitties. Anyway, but she's saying they don't have all the facts. She's talking about her family, and I kind of feel like she's talking to us, the people, the viewers, more than her family, like even this trip. But anyway, let's keep going. The mama, she's stating the obvious, and this is what she's given, okay? This trip can be the best thing for our entire family, or it can be, wait for it, a complete fiasco. Oh, okay, really? You putting down that knowledge. You dropping knowledge, okay? Yes. Then we have this, okay? These people, looks like they at that same dinner where Lauren just wanted to sit down and eat it, okay? They get really bothered, and I'm just going to tell you right now, words are exchanged. Words tough words are flying across the table. This is one of them. What are you going to do about it? Okay. I don't know who it is or who they talking to, but they got me talking like this. But what are you going to do about it? Okay. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay. My goodness. You know, and it's crazy because it's like, is that a challenge to a fight? Why does somebody have to do anything about anything? I mean, when the family is sitting down, and let me knock on wood. Let me knock on wood. When a family is sitting down at a table, and I was getting ready to say, thankfully, in my extended family is large, and when we all sit down at a table, we may not all agree, but never have there ever been someone standing up at the table shouting across the table, what you gonna do about it? You know, we are, you know, Spirit just showed me the image of Sutton saying, laughing at Erica saying nothing, you know, but I mean, because the thing about it is, who's trying to fight? A person has the right to articulate their feelings about the subject at hand. It doesn't mean you have to ball up your hand into a fist and sock someone's face because they disagree with you. That's not civil. I don't understand what's going on. And I'm going to be honest. I don't know exactly what made this young lady stand up and tell us and challenge someone by saying, what are you going to do about it? Or what are you going to do? I don't know why I keep saying about it. What are you going to do? But I can say this. She didn't have to respond that way. If, in fact, this is a challenge of fighting, she didn't have to respond that way. I don't give a damn what nobody said across the table. I don't care. You don't have to respond that way. You do not have to reduce yourself to their level. Let's keep going. And then there's some more shouting because this was a long... Bravo gave this too much screen time, in my opinion, because this is where the family actually gets into a scuffle. And somebody's shouting, I don't even know you. So it's just a mess. It's a mess. And I don't even know. This young man, I don't know if he's looking like, do I need to get up and do something? Do I need to defend somebody? Is that a mosquito bite? Damn, I bet they getting bit all upside their head with mosquitoes. Not on his head. I mean, there is a white dot on his head, but I just thought that was some kind of eyeball piercing or something. But on his hand that he has up to his chin, if you look at it right below, well, not right below, but like follow the line of the thumb, it is a huge, puffy, white, look like a bump filled with pus. I know that's gross. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but I'm seeing it. So you need to look at it too. It's almost as big as that diamond stud in his ear. What is that? They get bit up by the mosquitoes. Anyway, woo, Jesus, honey. Continuing. So that whole thing was a fight, a scuffle. And, you know, they show security and all that. And Bravo just really loved being on there. I think they was on there for about 10, 20, 30, 50 seconds. Let's keep going. Oh, gosh. We have this big... He looked like a big, shiny hot dog. He looked like a hot dog, especially in that suit. That's the bread. That's the color of the bread. And he the color of the hot dog. Big old shiny hot dog. Things are never over with the baby mother. I don't know why I felt like he was going to say baby mama. But, like I said, a layer of drama that was not needed. Just extra. Then we have this milk dud head. Shiny as hell. Why? Why is the front part of his face not shiny, but the top is shiny? I don't know if I have any men listening, but if I do, please drop down in the comments and let me know if there's a reason why a man's head on top be real shiny and then they face don't. Now that could be makeup, I'm thinking. But shouldn't they put makeup on top of his head too? And then I'm thinking maybe the lights made the top of his head sweat, but I was just thinking, wouldn't his whole face and head sweat? Which is something I don't want to see. But anyway, he's saying, I'm always going to stand my ground. Not sure exactly what he's referring to, but, I'm with him with that. If he's being disrespected. Because this happens right after Dennis says, it's always, what did he say? Things are never over with your baby mother. With that little hot dog greasy smile. If you don't get your ass out of here. Why is he there? Okay. And then they cut to Simon saying, I'm always going to stand my ground. I don't know. He better be talking about another man, because you don't need to. I mean, of course, we don't want any women to disrespect him. Well, okay. I don't know how y'all feel about him. And that doesn't say anything about how I feel about him. But what I'm saying overall is, I'm sure Porsha doesn't want anyone to disrespect him. So when I say, we don't want a man disrespecting him, we don't want anyone disrespecting anyone, is my point. Okay? But of course, we know this wasn't all going to be smooth. Otherwise, it'd be boring, wouldn't be no drama, and she wouldn't have had a show. So there it is. That is my take on it. And we are getting ready to do what? Sage this out. Let's go. But first, before we continue, what I need you all to do is bring your beautiful eyes to the bottom of your screen, no matter what screen you're looking at, whether that is your iPhone, your Android, your Cricket, your whatever screen, whether it's an iPad, a laptop, a notebook, whether it's your flat screen or big booty screen TV, whatever screen you're looking at, bring your beautiful eyes to the bottom of it. And look at that red bar at the bottom, and what it says is, this is for entertainment purposes only, and every single word is what? Alleged, and not to be used as facts. So anytime that you see this red bar at the bottom, the sentence inside applies. Aha! I wonder how many of you guys thought that I forgot. But first, since it didn't come right after my intro. Anyway, like it says, don't forget that red bar at the bottom, okay? Everything is alleged and what not to be used as facts. But let's go. We're going to sage this out. So, there are 5 positions and then a bonus position and sometimes a bonus. And so what we have here is the first position, which is the past. The past position is very important because it is directly related to the decision-making process that this person went through, okay? And it's what's in the past that made them make that decision. A major part of helping them make that decision. And that decision, what I asked was, why did Porsha Williams make the decision to involve her family and friends into her personal shiznit? Okay? Now, there were reversals, there were right-sided ups, and I did go ahead and use my Ultimate Clarifiers deck to clarify each card. All right? Because I wanted clarity, so what do I reach for? The Clarifiers deck. Not always is it my deck that I personally designed and channeled and everything, but this time I was not playing with Porsha. I didn't want to play with Porsha. I didn't have time to play. So when I ain't got time to play, I get the deck that I channeled and designed, which is the Ultimate Clarifiers deck. So that's what we did. That's what we got on deck today. Past position is represented by the Knight of Wands, which was upright. This is the energy of someone who feels like they have to act quickly. So quickly that it may cause them to overlook important details. Despite the feeling of spontaneity, she's very aware of all possible outcomes, good or bad. This Knight also represents someone with ambitious ideas, change of residence, and long journey being taken. The Knight of Wands sets out with confidence. He tends to bring swift movement to matters with a high level of energy. Swift movements. This is going back to moving quickly. So for some reason, she wanted to do this quickly. It was decided quickly. She moved in with this idea quickly. She was ambitious. She met it with high energy. Remember, before this person was a knight, they were a page. A page is the official messenger of the kingdom. So she already tried to bring a message and no one listened or believed it. So here's the thing. Just as a reminder, the court cards, which is the page, knight, queen, and king, they represent people. People in the querent's life that are significant to the issue or the situation, or it represents the querent themselves. In this case, the knight is PORSHA, which is why I'm saying, remember the position order, the order of the positions. Before she had the knight energy, she had the page energy. The page energy is the messenger of the kingdom. They bring the message. When she brought the message originally, whatever her message is, okay? When she brought that message originally, no one listened, or they wasn't paying attention, or they didn't believe her. So that energy rolled into the knight energy, which is swift, high energy, ambitious. Y'all gonna listen to me. I'm gonna do something. Okay, she had an ambitious idea. I'm going to do something to make y'all listen to my message. Let's look at this clarifier. Okay, and this is one of my favorite clarifier cards. It is say it louder for the bees in the back. They be buzzing. All right, now the first word on top of that sentence I just said, because all of this is the title. But the first word is apprehensive. Okay, this card was in reverse because of the word apprehensive. She is no longer apprehensive to get her story out. This card represents not speaking up when you definitely should, or you may have spoken up about this subject but were not heard, which is exactly what I just said about the card that it's clarifying. So this time around, say it louder means be more firm and to the point. Being blunt may help. This card may also suggest that in order to get your thoughts or feelings heard, you may need to enforce your boundaries. When your boundaries are put into action instead of being merely mentioned or announced, people will sit up and listen. Now, this was reversed. Reverse because, again, like I said, she tried it and it didn't work. And reverse just based on that word apprehensive alone. That's what was reversed about it. But she does plan on saying it louder for the bees in the back because they be buzzing. Now, she feels like... Now, here's the thing. I think at one point she says she's bringing her biggest critics on this vacation. And obviously we see, because we see Dennis's hot dog head and his mama and her family and then Simon. And I don't know if Simon has any family members on there or not. I didn't do too much of a deep dive because I'm trying to control time. Okay? So hopefully you guys will appreciate that. Although I'm kind of thinking of doing a part 2, so it'll if I do a part 2, it'll be all in there. But anyway, she's addressing her biggest critics. However, I think that's true, but I think her biggest critics is the public. I don't think it's her family. I think that she's bringing her family on there to say the things that she wants to say to us, the viewers, the public. People whom she feels has judged her unfairly. Okay, this is her feelings. This is how she feels. So let's go to the present and see what's happening in the present. what we have in the present is the Nine of Wands. Now, the present card represents directly what was their decision process. And again, the question is, what made her decide to put her family and friends in her personal shit? Now, you guys know, my Sagies know I am big on imagery. All right. And I love this deck. Okay. It's called the Easy Tarot. It's beautiful, bright colors. Okay. That's how I envision Portia. Portia is always pretty much 90% stuck to beautifully bright colors. And it looks so pretty against her skin tone, her melanin. But I want to give you, I'm going to read directly from the guide on their explanation of the Nine of Wands, because as you guys also are aware, my Sagies, and for those of you who are new, I'm going to explain, and thank you so much for tuning in, and welcome. But I have plenty of decks which are variation, especially with imagery, varied from the original deck of Rider-Waite images. Okay, so in the Rider-Waite imagery, Nine of Wands is a soldier who's been battered and beaten and withered, and he's tired, and he's standing there just trying to catch his breath. I think he got a bloody rag on his head. You know, he's pretty, and I think he only got one shoe on. I think that soldier has only one shoe. I'm almost positive. There is an image of a soldier with just one shoe, and I think that's him. You know, we don't even know what happened to his shoe. He just tired. Which could speak to Portia just being tired of trying to defend herself. I mean, you know, besides whatever you think, besides your opinion, opinion to the side, she has to be tired of defending herself. I mean, I'm sure everywhere she go, we've seen it dip into her other jobs. She's constantly defending herself. So she's tired. And so I'm not surprised to see the Nine of Wands, which represents, originally anyway, the tired soldier. So let me read to you with the guide how they describe the imagery for this card. A man dressed for battle guards 8 wands. The ninth he holds before him in readiness to fight, defend, and protect that which he has worked so hard for. Get into it. We can see by his pose and expression that he is weary, yet still he bravely protects his position. 9 is the penultimate number of the suit. Oh my gosh, when I practiced this word, I said it perfectly. Penultimate number. Penultimate. Penultimate number of the suit. Anyway, I looked it up and everything because I was like, penultimate. Anywho, so yeah, fight, defend, and protect that which he has worked so hard for. All right. So that to me sums it up so well on her making this decision. All right. She's going all in. She feels like all of her energy is spent. It's been a long journey, and there have been plenty of times when she wanted to give up. However, she persevered for the final push. Success is within sight. She needs to pull on her inner strength, determination, and courage to bring her the final triumphant moment. Let's look at the clarifier. This I felt was interesting. This card is one of the simplest ones in the Ultimate Clarifiers deck. It simply says, love them back. No matter what's going on, the divine is asking that you send this situation love. You should realize that sending love to the situation may be the only way to heal from this. That I'm getting the feeling that that's an issue with her. Like, she wants everyone. Now I'm talking about just her family and friends, okay? She wants them to accept and agree with her position. we're talking about being with Simon, okay? That's what this is all about. That's what this whole family vacation is all about. Her explaining and defending her decision to be with Simon. She basically decided to trick her family and friends into being trapped on an island and listening to her, and it's free of charge to them. So she feels like that's a you know what? I'm going to be honest, because I don't know any other way to say it. It feels manipulative to me, like a manipulative energy. Like, I'm the one that got you here. Now, who spent how much money and what money and whose money was spent, I don't know. Between Porsha, Simon, Bravo. I have no idea. Doesn't matter. It wasn't theirs. They didn't spend it. They didn't spend none of their money. Okay? So I don't feel like it, I'm going out on a limb to assume that her family and friends didn't pay for their own portion of the vacation. So my point is, I'm getting energy of like manipulation of gosh, how do you say it? Oh, that's what it is. You owe me. Okay. So it's like, I brought you on this trip, this wonderful week in Mexico, on this beautiful vacation that, you never had in your life. And this is just me just talking. I'm not saying that, I'm sure some of them have had beautiful vacations and maybe some of them have not. But either way, whether they've had a beautiful vacation or not before, you have this beautiful free vacation. So you owe me at least the courtesy to listen to what I have to say about my relationship. Because it ain't like she can just, or maybe she's tried and it didn't work. I was going to say just sit in front of a camera and just talk to the public. She has to talk to somebody on screen. Even though we know she's talking to us. People who she feels like have unfairly judged her, put it like that. Who don't really know the situation, don't know what happened. She's getting ready she created this ambitious idea to put her in a position to give details that she feels like we should know before we judge her. Okay? Now, here's the thing. When there's an alternate purpose or an underlying purpose or manipulation going on, when you're not coming from your heart purely, when you're not doing something out of love and from love, things can go awry very quickly and easily. Like I've said plenty of times before, my Sagies, your intention matters. Intention is very important with every single step we take in life. Your intention is important. Your intention is the root of everything. Your intention is the root of karma. That's where karma even starts, with your intention. Sometimes intention can save you, and sometimes intention will not save you. So, her intention, in my opinion, is a little off. And here we have the clarifier for her decision-making card. And it's love them back. What that tells me, first of all, is telling her to send love to the situation. So it feels like she hasn't, since the instructions are to send love to the situation. If she was sending love to the situation, it wouldn't be telling her to send love to the situation. Spirit wouldn't have to say that if she was doing that. That's number one, which makes me suspicious. So since you're not coming at the situation with love, what you coming at it with? I think this is just straight up let me say what I gotta say and defend myself, and like a cleanup campaign or something like that. And And if you're not doing this out of love, you're going to get mad, because I can see now that she's going to be upset when people don't either they don't let her talk and finish what she's saying. Like somebody might be cutting her off and she don't feel like she can say what she needs to say. She's going to get frustrated from that. And then if they don't agree with her, or if they don't see it from her point of view. And that shit is dangerous. Sometimes you have to just agree to disagree. Sometimes you have to agree to disagree and keep the peace. I'm not jumping into the portions of our life where we should just say nothing to keep the peace. That ain't what I'm saying. This is strictly talking about agree to disagree. I don't understand some people having such a huge struggle on the concept of agreeing to disagree. This is a time where, number one, if Porsha had went in with seeing this through the lens of love, it wouldn't be hard to conclude that she must agree to disagree and move on about your business and be happy. Be truly happy if you're truly happy. Now, the best for her, very interesting, you guys. It was Justice in reverse. Okay, lately the best positions for these people have been good cards in reverse, and they make me work hard. Okay, Justice is in the best position. Justice is the card that represents what she feels like the best would be to come out of the decision that she made to, take her family and friends on a vacation and put them all in her shit. It was reversed. This is a card of balance. When the Justice Tarot card appears reversed, it may be a sign that someone has taken advantage of you. They have used you for their own benefit and left you to handle the consequences. Unfortunately, the situation cannot be changed now. Okay? I am simply going to refer you guys back to the reading that I did. I believe it was the last one right before this one, where it was a combination of both Porsha and Fallon. In that one, I told you guys what I saw. And I believe that directly relates to this. I think there is a part of me where I cannot deny what I've seen in the cards, and I will attach that reading. I feel like there's a possibility that Fallon set Porsha up because Fallon was messing with who she was messing with, who she's now with and pregnant by, which is what Simon said from the beginning. I know that it's so easy to look at Porsha as being a whore and look at Simon as being a bad guy, but also, you cannot deny that what Simon said has truth to it. He said that she cheated on him first, actually is what he said. She cheated on him first. He said with that guy, I was gonna say the pool guy. He ain't the pool guy, the house hand, help, whatever. He was a worker. I don't know what the right term is, but someone who worked for them. Simon said that she cheated on him with him, okay? And that she was pregnant with his child. That's what Simon said. And everybody was like, oh, he's so full of it. And Fallon was like, he's so full of it. I wish he would just get on with his life and leave me alone. It ain't true at all. Then, I don't know if it had been a complete month later, she came out talking, I love him. Yes, we just best friends. I love him. No. Then a month later, I am pregnant with his baby. Okay, what? What now? So, that's suspect. Very suspect. Come on now, let's be fair. That's suspect. Even though she said, I was not with him or pregnant while I was with Simon. Girl, I don't want to hear it. Now, I'm not going to go into detail here on that reading because I'll attach the reading to this and you can listen to it on its own. But I talk about what I think and exactly what I said. I feel that right here on the best, I feel like she feels like she needs to set the record straight because she feels like there was some kind of setup. It straight up says in here, it may be a sign that someone has taken advantage of you. Period. So, which I even said, I felt like it was a setup in a way to, because Fallon already knew what she was doing. But it's like a sleight of the hand type of trick where I'm getting ready to set this stuff up and let them come out first with their mess so that I can kind of slide under the radar and no one's going to notice what I did. I believe Fallon, there's a good possibility that Fallon, I keep on saying Fallon, that Fallon was the first perpetrator with all of this. But she didn't want that to come out that she was a cheater and pregnant and, you know, gonna leave him for the pool boy or whatever, you know. Let's continue. Let's look at this clarifier. All right. The clarifier is a card titled Aging Brilliantly. And this could very well refer to a situation that requires someone to put in a lot of effort in order to receive a payoff. This card says your patience will pay off. Given time, this relationship can age like a fine wine. Okay? Basically, this speaks to her needing patience because all she's gotten so far is trouble. That's all she's gotten so far. And, you know, there are times where she's questioning, like, was it worth it type of thing. And this card is clarifying because, you know, it went from all that mess, right? She's been taken advantage of. She's been suffering all the consequences. She was set up. Someone took advantage of her weakness. Being clarified by, we understand you put in a lot of work. Have some patience and it will pay off. Okay? Plain and simple. And basically, she's wondering, where is the payoff? She's running out of patience is what this is. All right, let's continue. All right, and I don't want anyone to run out of patience. As a matter of fact, what I would like to ask is that you guys click like and subscribe, please. Remember to do that. All the interaction helps with the algorithm, okay? Now, I'm going to be honest. I've gotten a couple of, what do you call those? Strikes or whatever. And so I don't think my videos are being circulated the way that they used to be. So, with that being said, it really would help if you click like and subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely click the bell and click the bell so that you're notified for the next videos coming up. And also, tomorrow we will have a live again, a live premiere. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there, and we'll have a good time, you know, in the comments and everything. But you must click the bell to be notified. And in order to click the bell, you got to click subscribe. And it'd be wonderful if you click like as well. Okay? And let's continue. Here we are at the worst. What she sees as the worst possible outcome from this decision. And it is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Upright says hard work and patience will be rewarded and that working methodically toward accomplishment will bring success. Again, talking about hard work. Reverse says feeling her efforts have been too scattered. She can't get a handle on the situation. Let's continue. The clarifier says the beginning, but it has the image of some wedding bands, him and her wedding bands, and they're really like small to represent the beginning. And the definition of it, the meaning of it is, this is the beginning of the marriage. It can go in any direction you wish, but be careful because this will set the tone. After all, you are married. This card showed up to emphasize this is just the beginning. Now, I went ahead and wrote what the meaning behind the card is. This card is a card for married people, and it usually comes up when I'm doing a reading for a married person. This is the first time that it has come up for a couple that supposedly is not married as of yet. And that's how I'm gonna put that. That's all I'm gonna say. I am not I'm not getting ready to make up nothing. I didn't see any other cards that said that they were married already. But, you know, cards do tend to come out when you, like, if you feel like you are spiritually married, spiritually, you know, have such a strong connection, a soul connection with someone. Marriage cards can come up because, you know, and you know, I don't know why Spirit want me to say this. I'm not talking hocus pocus, but there are instances where if we are with our true twin flame, that connection can be recognized in the spirit realm as a marriage. Like, you can be married spiritually already, is what I'm trying to say. It's kind of complicated to understand and kind of complicated to explain within this time frame that I have. Like, I have no time to explain that. So maybe I do have a video on false twin flames, and in that I kind of break down twin flames. But it's such a deep and complicated subject. And I just brought it up to say, and I think I'll connect that video too. I'll attach that video if you guys kind of want to dive into what I'm saying here, that I have zero time to explain. So there's a possibility that the spirit realm could be recognizing them as already being married. However, I don't see that. Okay? If that were the case, I'd see more cards surrounding this card that says that. And I don't. So, I feel like it's just either just a straight up coincidence, or it's because they're engaged to be married. And I believe that's very real. Because I'm going to be honest. When this first came out, I kind of was doubting a little bit. I had like 15% doubt that they would actually get married. I was like, I don't even think they're going to actually make it to complete this wedding. It seems so doomed. Okay, so with this card, I am feeling like doomed or not, I believe they are going to get married. Okay, and what this is saying is that this is just the beginning, and right now you're setting the tone for your marriage. It can go either way. This is a time that's very crucial. So this vacation time with her and her family, it can go, this marriage, you know, these stepping stones that she's placing in order to get where she wants to go, right now they can still go either way. It's not solidified. And honestly, you know, it's kind of weird that she would want to take this risk. But again, like, I'm going to remind you guys, I feel like this is more to set the record straight for the public, more so than it is with her family and friends. Okay, she's talking to us. But let's keep going. I'm sorry, wait a minute. So the worst is if it goes the wrong way. Okay, the worst is if it goes off the rails. Okay, because she feels scattered and like she doesn't have a handle on the situation. Then that's clarified by this card, which says it can go either way. That's the worst, because she feels like, with just like when she kept it to just her and Simon, she felt like no matter what we saw or what we thought, she felt like it was going in the right direction. Now she done did all this shit right here. This shit right here. Okay, this shit right here. she's not feeling as confident as she used to. Put it like that. And that's the worst. If it goes down, I hate when people say go left. I am left-handed. It ain't nothing wrong with being left. But anyway, she feels like she was going down the right path. But like before she did this, now she feels like in the midst of doing it and all that kind of stuff, or actually probably before she did it, she was feeling like, I don't want it to go left. I don't want it to go bad. But we need to tune in on November, what does it say, November 28th or whatever, at 9 a.m. Central to see where it's going to go. Now, where we're going to go is to what's to come. Well, well, well. What's to come? Honey. Queen of Cups in reverse. Reverse, y'all. Reverse, Sagies. It's in reverse. Okay. This is a unique reading in the way of which so many good cards are in reverse. As y'all know, there's some good cards that can be in reverse. We've seen that before, usually it's just one time, in a reading and all that kind of stuff. But like, damn, Portia, a lot of good cards are in reverse. And I'm just like, ugh, what is this? But at the same time, it's not all the cards in reverse. But there's some strong, good cards, especially when you're looking at a decision about love and family and friends, and you have good cards in reverse. This is unique. It's unique in that sense. So what's to come? We have Queen of Cups in the what? Reverse. This Queen reverse is a card warning Portia of the approach of someone untrustworthy. He or she may take advantage of her willingness to trust in a time of weakness. Let's look at the clarifier. The clarifier for what's to come was also in reverse. And let me say this real quick, for those of you who may be new or may not remember, when I do clarifiers, I keep the card on the side of which it is clarifying, and I will put it in its original stance. I'll keep it in its original stance, which means if it was in reverse, you'll see it in reverse, and if it was upright, you'll see it upright. However, in the original reading pertaining to that card, whether it's reverse or upright, I always have it upright so that we can discuss imagery. Now, what's to come? The clarifier itself was in reverse. This card's title is Workshop Credit. If you have not been acknowledged and given your credit due to you by now, you may not get the recognition you deserve for your hard work. Point blank, period. If that's the case, think twice about why you are doing the hard work without the credit you deserve. The time has come to ask yourself, how long are you going to do this fruitless venture? Okay. I think this specifically pertains to her trying to clean up her image or get her story out. Excuse me. Because what's to come, this Queen of Cups in reverse is saying that someone's gonna, it's a warning that someone is gonna approach her who's untrustworthy. Now, at first I wanted to say, oh, that already happened. They talking about Fallon. But that ain't it. That's not it. Because this is what's to come. It's what's to come. So I can't speculate at this time of who it is. But I can tell you, and this is just like with the previous reading I just did on a Scala. Her what's to come was talking about a person approaching her. And it's to come. So I didn't speculate at all on who it could be. Same thing here. what's to come is saying a person who's untrustworthy is going to approach her. And the clarifier is tied to this trying to get credit. Workshop credit is basically, you in the shop working hard and you get absolutely no credit for it. And it basically kind of says, and you may not get it, so you may have to just accept that you're not going to get the credit. And in her case, it's not credit for working hard necessarily, or it might be because we haven't watched the show yet. But it could just be her steadily trying to set the record straight and change everyone's mind. There comes a point, like I said previously, where you have to agree to disagree and move forward. You cannot get stuck up on, and this goes for all of us, each and every one of us, each and every one of you Sagies, and yes, you're a Sagie if you're listening, each and every one of you Sagies that are listening right now. There comes a point in our lives where we will have to agree to disagree and move forward in order to preserve our mental health. Okay? It is not important to convince everyone, to change everyone's mind, for everyone to see your entire point of view. Yes, there's different degrees of reasons why you should try, or if you should try at all. But there always is a point where you must stop in order to preserve the health of your mental state of being in this lifetime. Okay? And that's what this card is saying. Whether you get credit or not, and it's not about the credit, it's about her working hard for their relationship, because I feel like she sacrificed a lot. I really do. I don't know what all it is, but that's the feeling that I'm getting in this entire reading, is that she sacrificed a lot and got thrown under the bus. And she is so busy trying to clean it up, or get her point of view out, or get credit for everything that she sacrificed and did, and all the hard work she put in. And let me tell you something. After this Portia's Family Matters vacation, I don't want to hear shit else about her and Simon, other than they got married and they living happily ever after. And that's it. That's it. That's it. She best live happily ever after this. Let's move on. She done got me all upset. Let's move on. Before we move on, let me just say this real quick. If she don't move on to try to live happily ever after this would be a perfect example of someone messing themselves up. Okay? Because whether we like it or not, whether we agree with it or not, if these two people are truly in love, then she needs to recognize she has an opportunity to live happily ever after. The only person in her way at that point is her. Now, let's move on. Happily ever after. All right, we are at the energy influence. This is the bonus card. The reason why this is the bonus card is because this is not actually a part of the spread. However, my Sagies, you guys already know that I always include the energy influence. I feel like it's very important in readings to state the energy that the person has that influenced the rest of the cards in all of the various positions. There's an energy that we have within us when we make decisions, sometimes we make decisions out of happiness. Sometimes there's decisions made out of anger. Sometimes there's decisions made out of bitterness. Sometimes there's decisions made out of fear. Those are energies. And so it's important to me to not only as a tarot reader see a person's energy influence, but I show them and I tell them and I talk about it. Because we're going to talk about the energy that person has. To me, that's just as important. And As I've said before, some tarot readers don't like to bring up the energy influence. The reason being is because some people deny it. And then that's like its own separate issue when they deny the energy that they have. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that that's never happened to me. Yes, on occasions it has happened to me. But for the most part, it's been accepted and very emotional. It's an emotional part of the reading when someone's energy is talked about. That's the part where they really tend to connect, because a lot of times things come up. When the energy is revealed, that's usually something, for whatever reason, people try to keep to themselves. They try to keep it secret, private. Even from the tarot reader, they don't fully disclose how they feel about the situation. They just give me a situation and ask me to read for that situation, and they don't necessarily tell me the background part where they played in it or their energy. But I find that the energy, not only is it important, but the energy is important to talk about. Okay? So that we are on the same page, because I see you. And the thing about it is, I think where it gets emotional, not only is the fact that they didn't tell me that, and they were trying to keep it disclosed, but I think that's when they really realize that spirit and the angels, because I asked the angels to show me, they show me exactly how you're feeling and what you're thinking. So when we get to the energy influence, it's so real that my clients oftentimes become overwhelmed with emotion. And that's something I'm not willing to take out of my readings. So what you guys are looking at right now is the energy influence. And I just gave you a little history about me as a tarot reader talking about it. Not a lot of them do, like I said, because you run into some people who want to deny it really hard and strong. And I've had that too, but it's okay, because, hey, it's okay with me. It's not cool that you deny how you actually feel, but I'm still going to do it. That's the type of reader that I am. We are going to talk about how you feel, because that's the root of all it is. This is the root, and then there's the tree. So like these other cards, it's like the trees, the branches, the leaves, and all that kind of stuff, but we got to get to the root. And I'm a digger. Y'all already know that I be nerding out. So here we go. Energy influence is Ace of Wands, up, right. All aces bring new beginnings. This ace symbolizes the seeds of an idea that you feel hugely excited about. The element of fire, which is wands, indicates high energy and action toward a future goal for the promise of everything to be good. It can also represent an entirely new way of life. Get into it. That is actually wonderfully beautiful energy. Okay? New way of life, point blank period. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Let's look at the clarifier. All right. The energy influence clarifier. Now, this card cracks me up sometimes. It depends on who it's for and the position that it's in. But it says hide your cards, hide your cash, hide your coins. Hide your cards, cash, and coins. This is a card that says someone is definitely around you that is after your money. Don't waste time trying to figure out who and why. Instead, just protect your finances. What's in the dark will come to the light soon enough. No, this could mean that Portia's family and friends went on this vacay while spending money that's not theirs, knowing that Portia has an agenda to clear her name, but they don't give a damn. So that's how I feel and what I think on hide your cards, hide your cash, hide your coins. Let's move on. Now, here's a bonus, because sometimes when the energy card comes out, another one wants to come out underneath it to tell me the influence of the energy. Okay. This card was in reverse, and I'm so glad I took it, because at that point, like, tarot readers, we have, because the cards want to come out. They all want to come out sometimes, you know, and we have to decide, are we going to take all these cards or just, you know, just take the top one, you know, whatever, you know. And I decided to take this one because guess what it was? Judgment. Now, we already saw justice come up earlier in reverse. Remember? And now we have judgment coming up. In what? Reverse. What's going on? What's going on? This is the influence of energy. And it's judgment in reverse. This is our energy, sweeties. Sagies, my Sagies. Let's get into this. I even turned the little background music down. Let's get into this. The Judgment card is known as the Karmic Card. As you sow, so shall you reap. Upright. The results of the seeds you have previously planted and your past efforts are now being rewarded. That's what it means, upright. This card signifies Judgment Day. This, you know, upright is easy to read because it's when I see this upright, okay, somebody feel like they being judged, you know. Whether fair or unfair, upright, this card means someone feels like they are being judged. In reverse, it's the same thing. Spirit is telling me it's the same thing. But what this person wants is to reverse the judgment that's been laid upon them. Haven't we talked about that this entire reading? So it really wasn't a surprise to me that judgment in reverse would come out. Now, some of you may be wondering, what's the difference between justice and judgment? Okay, judgment is more so about Judgment Day, like you are being judged by your higher power, okay? That's judgment. Justice is more so a feeling like you've been wronged and you want justice against those who have wronged you. So that's the difference. So the influence of energy is judgment reversed. Let's look at the clarifier, because yes, I clarified this. I clarified this and decided to, I don't know why I'm laughing, y'all. I decided to include it because this is the first one that mentions love, romantical love. And so I was like, let me include this because ain't this all about her assignment? Shouldn't they have romantical love? So the clarifier for the influence energy is romantic soul connections will elevate in love. This card means someone has waited possibly a long time to show the romantic side of this soul connection. Now is the perfect time to do so, and they are going for it. I just thought I'd include that. That was a clarifier. So this leads me to believe Some of Portia's energy behind all of this is to prove to Simon that she does love him, because now she's going to be able to say, and I want y'all to take note, because I said the same thing about Lisa Rinna in one of her readings on why she was going so hard for Erica Jane, because people came for her for how ridiculously stupid she was going after Denise, and two reasons why, Lisa went, going hard in the paint for being on Erica's side, so she can even it out and say, yes, I may have been over the top with her, but I was on Erica's side. I am a supportive friend because I supported Erica. Then also the second reason was to piss off and to go against Garcelle. And you can find that in that reading. Anyway, this ain't about that. But I use that as an example because the excuse, and maybe excuses is maybe not, for Lisa Rinna, that was the right word, excuse. For Porsha, that may not be the right word, but being able to fall back on or use as proof of love. Okay? We all went on this family vacation. I did have you around my family. I endured all of my family mess, and I wouldn't do that. Wait for it. If I didn't love you. I wouldn't do that if I didn't want to be with you. I wouldn't have you around my child if I didn't believe in our relationship. Do y'all see what I'm saying? And notice this is like the very last card of the reading. Why did it take so long for romantical soul connection love to come up? And can you imagine if I didn't include the influence energy card? This wouldn't have been in this reading. It just took a lot to get to it, but we got to it. Okay, we got to it. Which lets me know your real thing is that you are using this as a way to prove your love. Okay. First of all, you shouldn't have to prove it on national television. I don't feel like anybody should have to prove they love on national television, but whatever. We will move forward. So hold on. Now, with that, I would like to say thank you guys so much for your support. It truly means everything to me when I see you in the comments. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how much my face lights up, okay? Even if it ain't agreeing with me, it's perfectly fine. I'm glad to have engagement. It lets me know that you guys are there watching, listening, and you're alive. Unlike some of those butterflies in Karen's box. Although I thought that was cute. I thought it was a cute idea. But don't lay there like a dead butterfly. Go ahead and say something about something sometimes. And thank you for your support. And click like and subscribe. And remember, we are going to go live, all right, tomorrow for this Real Housewives Beverly Hills review. Even if you don't like Beverly Hills, just come by and say hi to me, okay? And I think that's it. That's about it. Stay tuned. I have so many ideas in the works, behind the scenes, more than you know, surrounding tarot, okay? Because this is a tarot. I am Indigo Sage. What? Tarot? So there will always be tarot, okay? And so me interacting with other YouTubers will not stop the tarot flow of this channel. However, I am going to interact with some other viewers, but everything will be split up in their own playlist and stuff. But If you are into reviews of Housewives, go ahead and click subscribe and click the bell. All right, so that you're notified as soon as the live happens. All right, so stay tuned. And again, thank you for your support. Please wash your hands. Be safe. And if a mask is needed, wear the mask in peace, okay? All right. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.